like any project, one thing you'll often have to do is import code from one file to another. For example, in this file, we may want to import one of the shapes that we created in the constructors section of this course. We can use all of the public code in that file by simply importing the file name. And we now have access to the circle class that we defined inside that file. But there's a few issues that can come up here when it comes to name collisions. For example, we might decide to define another circle class inside of this file, in which case we have two different circle classes floating around in our code. By default, Dart will give preference to the one that we've defined in this file. However, if we want to use them both, it would be a good idea to namespace the library that we're importing. We can say import as, followed by a custom name like my shapes, and now we can access the circle class from that library from that namespace. In many cases though, you may just want to omit the one class causing the name collision. In a situation like that, you can use the hide keyword followed by the class name that you want to hide, and Dart just won't import it into the file. But in many cases, you may be importing a file just to use one single class inside of it. The inverse of hide is show, and show will only import that one class and omit everything else in the library. So that's how you import code from one file to another, but it's also worth mentioning that this same syntax works for packages that you download from pub.dev, because ultimately those packages are just Dart files as well.